I mean, that's the political part. Like you said, there's politics that have come into play with Bud's resume. It's
So
not
do
like
I
on
care
him.
about the belts? Why would I care about the belts? Is that's how like
Yeah,
they
that's a good
treat
point.
fighters that care about the belts.
How you love that? $180,000 free. How much your belt cost? I wonder how much your belt cost. Huh? I don't see no receipts on your belt. It's crazy. Y'all be having so much taxes on these belts.
Shakur Stevenson just hit a breaking point that has sent shockwaves through the entire sport of boxing. It wasn't a loss in the ring that cost him his title. It was a bill for $180,000. When the WBC moved to strip Shakur of his belt over unpaid sanctioning fees, they expected him to bow down and pay up. Instead, he pulled back the curtain on what many are calling a legal extortion ring.
Somebody really close with Terrence Bud Crawford obviously just had some thoughts that he shared publicly about the WBC and sanctioning fees. What's your thoughts on it?
I don't get into that stuff. That's what was business, and I'm always behind Bud, whatever he do, but I'm not into politics and all that stuff.
For years, the WBC green belt was considered the ultimate prize in boxing, the one every kid dreams of holding over their head. But for Shakur Stevenson, that dream has officially turned into a financial nightmare. Think about it. Every time a champion defends their title, they have to pay a percentage of their purse just to keep the belt. In this case, we're talking about nearly $200,000 for the privilege of being called a champion. Shakur finally said, "Enough is enough." He didn't just refuse to pay, he called them out for what they are.
Nah, I don't care no more.
Nah?
Nah, I don't care no more. At the end of the day, it's a political type of thing. Like, it's politics within this. Like,
Yep.
if this person likes this other person, they put the guys higher. For me personally, to go beat Teo the way that I did, with Teo being a 28-year-old fighter in his prime, he just dominated against a guy like Arnold Barboza,
Yep.
made him look like food.
Yep.
And then I make him look even worse than Arnold
did
Barboza looked against him.
That's true.
For me, I'm up there. Like you say, top 3, that's for me.
Yeah.
But like, I always know it's like a list that can be just played with. Like, guys could say anybody at this given point, but my numbers are doing great. I done proven I'm one of the best fighters on the planet of Earth. And if we're talking about boxing, because when you look up the art of boxing, it is hit and don't get hit.
Facts.
I am #1, to me, the best fighter on the planet. The only other fighter that I see in boxing that right now, that I'm like, okay, he probably can be
On the level?
Usyk.
Yeah.
Usyk. And
Yeah.
that's at the art of hitting and don't get hit at the same time. Boxing.
Yeah. Are those things important to you? Like lineal titles and unifying and, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's hard for me to make it important because I done seen Bud go undisputed. And like, yo, to this day, people don't get, and you one of the guys who I go back and forth with.
Yeah.
He don't get his credit that he deserves as being one of the greatest fighters of all time. And why? Because, his resume, bro, his last 3 fights made up for any resume that y'all even talking about that I still disagree with.
I mean, that's the political part. Like you said, there's politics that have come into play with Bud's resume. It's
So
not
do
like
I
on
care
him.
about the belts? Why would I care about the belts? Is that's how, like,
Yeah.
they
That's a good
treat
point.
fighters that care about the belts.
Shakur isn't fighting this battle alone. His close mentor and pound-for-pound king Terrence Bud Crawford stepped into the fray, and he didn't hold back. Crawford went on a viral tear, labeling the WBC crooks and thieves. The narrative shifted instantly. It stopped being about a fighter losing his title and started being about the industry's dirty little secret.
know, I see Mauricio, you know, got a lot to say about me not paying him $300,000 plus another $100K something for sanction fees, right? Then he gonna tell me I ain't even apologize. Like, who the fuck you think I am? Boy, you better slap your fucking self. Ain't paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any other sanctioned bodies? Huh? Answer that question. What makes you better than the WBO, the IBF, or the WBA? Everybody accepted what I was giving them. But you, the WBC, think that you better than everybody, don't you? So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit. The fucking real belt is the ring belt, which is free, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You want me to pay you more than the other sanctioned bodies because you feel like you better than them. How in the world all the sanctioned bodies agreed to the same amount, but you sit your motherfucking ass up there and say that I need to apologize to you? The fuck? You can take the fucking belt. It's a trophy anyway. The fuck am I paying you every time I step foot in? Don't fucking wear down as the years pass. That don't even make sense. I'm the motherfucker that's putting my life on the line, not you. You ain't stepping your motherfucking ass in that ring. You or nobody else.
Crawford's argument was simple. Why are these fighters paying taxes to an organization that doesn't take a single punch? He pointed out that while the fighters are in the gym cutting weight and putting their lives on the line, the officials are flying first class, staying in 5-star suites, and eating gourmet meals, all funded by the very fees they demand from the athletes.
It irks my nerves how this dude gets on a plane, gets a hotel suite. Him and his buddies, they go out to dinner, 5-star meals, all that, you know, and guess who gotta pay for it? Us fighters. We paying for y'all to come out here, have the time of y'all life, stay in the best hotels of y'all life, and it's all done on our dime. It's done on our dime. Do that sound right to y'all? It's crazy, ain't it? We the one out there getting battered, knocked upside our head, and every time we step foot in the ring, we gotta pay them a sanction fee like they the government. We getting taxed. It's crazy. Then he said, allegedly, I made X amount of money. You don't know how much I made. You don't know how much I made. Once again, you're speculating. You're speculating. So listen, Mauricio, I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
The real kicker in this entire drama is the revelation of the free belt. Shakur and Crawford have started a movement to devalue the major sanctioning bodies entirely. They've pointed out that the only belt that actually reflects who the best in the world is, the Ring Magazine belt, costs exactly $0. It's a merit-based title that can't be bought or taxed.
If Shakur Stevenson can stay healthy, nobody can beat him. I've seen it before. See, I came up looking at Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather. It didn't matter who Floyd Mayweather fought. It didn't matter who Roy Jones fought. You just had a sense that they couldn't beat him. I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd. Floyd is just, he was just too damn good. And after that Teofimo Lopez fight, I said, I've seen this before. Nobody's going to beat him. And what makes it even crazier is that what he has around him makes it a certainty. Clarissa Shields, Ward, Roy Jones Jr., Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, creme de la creme. You have that around you. You're not allowed to get off track. It's raps, bro.
By choosing to prioritize the ring belt over the WBC, Shakur is essentially telling the sanctioning bodies that their prestige is an expensive illusion. He's proving that the man makes the belt, not the other way around. If you're the best in the world, you don't need a $180,000 piece of leather and gold to prove it. The controversy gets even darker when you look at the blatant favoritism at play. This is where the fans really started to get loud. Everyone is asking the same question. If the WBC is so strict about their rules and fees, why was Canelo Alvarez still holding his titles even when he had been accused of avoiding his mandatory challengers like the Mexican Monster for years? Yet the WBC didn't strip him. They've given him every extension, every special status, and every loophole in the book. But when Shakur Stevenson questions a fee or wants to negotiate, they pull the rug out from under him immediately.
How you love that? $180,000 free. How much your belt cost? I wonder how much your belt cost. Huh? I don't see no receipts on your belt. It's crazy. Y'all be having so much taxes on these belts. You got some nerves. It's crazy that you can sit up there and have all these belts. You know, you got the WBC silver, the WBA intern, the whatever belt y'all got, and you taxing these fighters every time they fight, and you claim that you for these fighters. You're not for these fighters. You probably worse than the promoters. But hey, I wish you the best. You know, I wish you the best. You and your company. You know, Turkey. I hope y'all get that done, man. I hope y'all get that done so we can all see, you know, people face like this guy, you know, go away from boxing because they ruin the sport with all these antics that they do. You know, they got they ranking systems when people be mandatories for years, like Benavidez. You know, they don't strip these fighters, but I give credit to the IBF. They stripped me. They ain't even give me time. They stripped me, popped me, even though I wasn't, you know, coming back down the way. But, you know, they handled their business. They did what they were supposed to do. The WBC, you ain't never see them strip no Canelo for the Benavidez. He was what, mandatory for like 2 years? It's crazy.
The tension in the air is thick because this feels like a Lehman Brothers moment for boxing's political structure. If more top-tier fighters follow Shakur's lead and refuse to pay these exorbitant fees, the entire business model of the WBC, WBA, and IBF could collapse. They rely on these percentages to keep their luxury lifestyles afloat. If the champions stop paying the tax, the organizations have no power. Shakur isn't just losing it because he's angry. He's losing it because he's realized he doesn't need them anymore. He's calling their bluff and the boxing world is watching.
You know, Crawford would have been even bigger than what he is if the politics didn't play into the sport at the time. And now that, you know, you have guys like Turki Al-Sheikh that is able to bridge that gap between promoters and, you know, make these big fights happen. You know, imagine if Turki was around when Crawford was on his climb. You know, when Crawford couldn't get those big fights with like Thurman and Danny Garcia and Ugas, and, you know, he got it later with Sean Porter, but it was later. But imagine if Crawford was able to have that run and, you know, Earl Spence, Danny Garcia, Ugas, Keith Thurman, you know, the list goes on. If he would have had all those guys on his ledger, imagine how big Crawford would be. He would be even bigger than what he is today. You know, bigger than what he is today. So with that being said, you know, like there's a lot of fights that like Shakur can like be involved in and beat all these dudes, man. Beat all of them. Has a chance of beating all of them, right? And solidifying, you know, his mark in the sport. You know, being, you know, the great of his generation. You know, when Crawford left, I told y'all that, you know, Shakur was the next guy on the throne. And I truly wholeheartedly still believe that. I know there's guys that has worked with Shakur in the past that swear up and down. Oh, shoot, I even forgot Murataya is there too. Guys like Andy Cruz. I mean, there's a lot of talented guys that people respect that Shakur has the ability to freaking challenge. Man, now imagine him fighting all those guys and putting that on his resume, man. We talking about legendary status. We talking about Mount Rushmore type of stuff, you know, because, you know, all these guys are the elite guys of this generation and people respect them. And if Shakur was to beat them, you know, he's going to definitely make his mark heavy in the sport and become extremely popular, you know, even more popular than what Terrence Crawford is right now, you know. And I feel like Shakur can be that face of American boxing that, you know, we've always had. You know, we have Floyd Mayweather. I think he can be as popular as Floyd Mayweather, if not more popular than Floyd Mayweather.
As we look at the wreckage of this relationship, you have to wonder what the future holds for the green belt. Is it still the pinnacle of the sport, or is it just a very expensive souvenir? Shakur Stevenson is walking away from the WBC with his head high and his bank account $180,000 heavier. He's betting on himself, betting that the fans will follow the talent, not the hardware. It's a high-stakes gamble that could change the sport forever. After all, what is a king without a crown? If you ask Shakur, he'll tell you he's still the king. He just stopped paying for the hat. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.